Hey boys, welcome back to some more ODD1X v InSaiyan Friday night football action. It's going to be the Sydney Roosters taking on the South Sydney RABBITOHS. Myself playing as the RABBITOHS and ODD1X playing as the Roosters. And if you didn't, make sure you go over and check the Thursday night footy game on ODD1X's channel. And he did explain in that one that we were just playing through the rounds as they were on the previous schedule, but obviously because they've updated the schedule, they don't have the existing rounds anymore. So we decided to continue on with the regular season. So this is going to be a prelude, a little teaser onto what's going to happen on Friday night football in a week's time. RABBITOHS v Roosters, absolutely. Mammoth game. It should be an absolute blockbuster. Hopefully the break hasn't left too many people too unfit or a little bit rusty. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of rust around, a little bit of scrappiness, but it's going to be great for the footy to be back in action. And honestly, I'm thinking, it's been so long and it's just such a weird turn of events because it's never, this has literally never happened where the season has stopped, for this long, or at all. So I think everyone's just going to enjoy some football, even if it is a little bit scrappy. But we get a nice early chance here, some nice defense early on, and a bit of a shank off the right boot there. So we're going to get a great opportunity. Thomas Burgess bustling his way up the middle there. I think. Honestly, in real life football, I think the RABBITOHS are going to be, in some trouble against the Roosters in round 3, because obviously a bit of drama. Cody Walker, we don't know, when I'm uploading this video, we don't know as of yet if he's going to be suspended. James Roberts, as he gets through the gap there, beautiful line run, and Roberts just puts it in the corner before he goes out. We're just talking about the man, and he delivers on cue. What a ball, just a nice out ball, getting on the outside of his opposing defender, and just planting down a little bit casual, but he got there in time. So beautiful try as Adam Reynolds looks to convert this one from out wide, swings it back beautifully. That is a fantastic kick. So a 6-0 lead early on in the match. You can't ask for better, but some issues with the RABBITOHS for sure. And then the Latrell Mitchell saga continues. Obviously playing against his old club, so I wouldn't be surprised if Mitchell has his best game. And absolutely comes out and fires up and has a blockbuster match. But I think honestly, if when I do my tips, I'm gonna tip the Roosters to win pretty comfortably in that match, because obviously they're coming off 0-2 to start the year, and they're gonna be fired up. They're gonna be fired up against the Rabbits, and I feel like they're gonna run riot, honestly. But in our little contest, the RABBITOHS doing a fantastic job early on, just sort of controlling the tempo at the minute, keeping the Roosters at bay. There's a nice early kick here, finding the space. Tedesco has to turn and chase, and takes it in his goal. Is Latrell Mitchell there to meet him? So fullback on fullback. It's gonna be a thrilling battle. Both fullbacks looking to get the one up. Even if, Mitchell, is he gonna retain the fullback spot? I think he will, but I wouldn't be that surprised with a little late shift as Boyd Corner steams up and Latrell Mitchell fired up against his opposing club here. Absolutely drops the shoulder and is now Josh Morris down the sideline. Beautiful ball back to Mitchell Orbison. Roosters starting to get a little ascendancy, starting to get their rhythm in this match. We had a nice early start, but the Roosters are going to come back strong, as this one looked like a little knock on, but it must have been deemed off the shoulder, maybe off the scon. I don't know, but play on. The ref said. So fifth and last, a little bomb here. It's not a great kick, and Campbell Graham, the tall timber out wide, they're able to snaggle that one up pretty comfortably. So, danger signs for both sides early. Both forward packs starting to rumble up the guts, and defensively, looking a little bit shaky here. It's a nice little inside play. Damien Cook got in front of Mitchell, but you know, if there's one player you don't mind scooting up the middle like that, Damien Cook is the one guy. It's Campbell Graham. Nice little ball back to Adam Reynolds, looking to scoot away, but Roosters scramble is excellent. One of the best in the comp. Even if you look like you're gonna score, they just come from everywhere. Always professional outfit in defense. As going back to Latrell Mitchell, looking to switch the play a little bit clunky there, but Jane Sewer almost finding a little gap. Must have been a 6 to go somewhere. I didn't actually see where that happened, but we get a third tackle now inside the 20-meter line, so a great chance to further extend the lead. Cody Walker, a little switch of play to Junior Totola, almost put it down, but almost a beautiful little play there. Totola finding some space as Cody Walker again out to the left. Beautiful ball across. Dane Gagai, how has he not scored? Josh Morris with a absolute try saver. I have no idea how he didn't score, but the kick across field here, it's just too deep. That is an absolute shocker, but that was an incredible ball across the face from Cody Walker. Dane Gagai, all he had to do was plant it down, but Josh Morris, I don't know how the hell he held him up. It was a little bit glitchy with the animation, but it was an absolute try saver. So now the Roosters getting a 7 tackle set. It's first tackle, and they're already at the 20-meter line. This is not a good start to the defensive set. It's a beautiful ball. Joey Manu almost finding a way through there, but jammed in nicely. Reynolds and I think Burgess making the tackle, but Hargraves getting through once again. Mitchell comes up with a try saver. He's been big in defense so far, Mitchell. As that one, surely he's a knock on, ref. What has happened there? It's Takiaho scoops it up. I don't know. Apparently it's 6 to go. I don't know about that one. The Roosters getting a little bit of fortune as the offload there to Hargraves again going close, but the defense is holding firm here as Jake Friend looking for options, just takes it himself. Just burns the tackle there, but again going out to the left, a long ball across the corner, held up once again. The Rabbitohs defense, jeez. They're putting in a huge effort, but you know, this could take its toll at the end of the half and even into the second half. This goal line defense is looking very, very solid, but you know, the fatigue factor is going to take its toll regardless of the factors. Again, going out to this left, a great tackle there. Campbell Graham gets up under the ball. Daniel Tupou, not an easy man to stop from that close a range. He's lethal from 5 meters out. He's an absolute monster. But Campbell Graham, absolute beast there in defense, getting up under the ball and driving him into touch. That's fantastic. It's right here. What is that? Oh no, the kicker, Gagai. Oh, now that is a scrappy 5 seconds of footy. The offload, the pass, Dane Gagai kicks it accidentally, but did he actually go out there? His foot wasn't on the line when he touched the footy. It was an accidental kick, but did the offload here? Also, the offload was accidental. I tried to pass it, but because the contact happened, his foot touched the line. But when I don't know, the ball might have grazed the grass. A 50-50 call. It's going with the Roosters there. Couldn't really get a great angle on it, so it might not have been 50-50. The ball might have hit the deck, but a close thing is Thomas Burgess lays out Luke Keary right there. 35 minutes to go. We've given them a golden opportunity. Joey Manu straight through. Latrell Mitchell once again coming up trumps there to stop his former opposing center. That was a great defense again. Campbell Graham also jamming in to stop him, but that little offload from Walker, I was very frustrated with that one because it's one of those ones you go for the pass and then the tackle happens and they just throw the offload. So you know it looks very silly, but it wasn't intentional. But this defense, 4th tackle now, spreading it out to Luke Keary and a high tackle there. A high tackle. Granted, I wasn't really paying attention, but it didn't look like the animation for a high tackle. I might have just completely missed it, but Not the worst thing in the world. It just gives us a chance to regroup. They would have had a couple of tackles regardless. The time is ticking down. Hopefully we can just hold them out here. If we do, this is going to be an absolute monster of a hit there. Who was that? Was that Liam Knight, Burgess? I don't know, but Hargraves just got absolutely leveled. The ball just went flying. That is defense that'll win you finals matches, let alone regular season action. That was a monstrous tackle on the rampaging Hargraves. That is reminiscent of Hargraves against the West Tigers up against Simon Dwyer, laying him out flat to drop the ball. They still won the game, so hopefully it's not an omen, but that was, wow, that was some defense on our try line. So we're going to go with a 6-0 lead. The possession, we had all the possession in the first 15, 20 minutes, and then it flipped around. The Roosters just had all the ball in that last 10 to 15. Constant goal line pressure, so, it feels good to have that sort of resolve in defense, but hopefully the fatigue factor is not going to weigh too heavily, because I think we went pretty much unchanged in that first half, so we're going to have fresh legs coming on, and the boys that did a fantastic job in defense can have a little bit of a spell and hopefully come out for the last 20 minutes to really come home strong. But we finally got our hands on the footy, so we just gotta be a little careful in the start of this second half. Just get through our sets, kick it early, kick it long, and try to just get a little momentum back. It's Totola there, nice little ball across to Dane Gagai, making decent first set of 6, getting into the opposing half. Off the first set of 6 is always a good little achievement as the kick goes up here, and it's going to be Gagai against Morris, but Morris comes down with it and makes a nice little run down the short side. So already the Roosters getting the early advantage, but a long pass away. Ethan Lowe takes the intercept, and that is going to be a big turning point in this game. Could be massive because we just get a golden chance to hit back, and the Roosters they'll be feeling the pressure. They couldn't come up with points at the back end of that first half, so a little bit of nerves, a little bit of annoyance creeping into the play, trying to force a hand as Mark Nichols through the gap, passes it back. All he had to do was go for the line. He was trying to be unselfish and link up with one of the speedsters, but he should have just put his head down and scored the try. Oh, that could be a massive moment as well. That is a bomb try for sure. And it turned the footy over, so it made it even worse as Isaac Liu making good ground there. But Mark Nichols, I think it was his first touch of the game. He could have scored. That was ridiculous, dude. His boy Corden now breaking through of a tackler. So fourth play now. It's going to go back to Luke Keary, stepping around one, but taking in a good tackle there by Cookie, I think, wrapping him up. But I can't believe that Mark Nichols, the footwork to get through. Yeah, he's just unselfishly looking to link up, but yeah, should have just gone himself. But a kick there, Dane Gagai able to swoop on that. So a little bit of back and forth in this early exchange of the second half. Both teams nervous. I'd say both teams looking a little bit nervous because it's up for grabs. This game is definitely anyone's game. Whoever can sort of take the early score first in the second half, not guaranteed to win, but it's going to go a huge way in this game. If we can score, honestly, I'm not going to say the game is wrapped up, but it's going to be tough because our defense has been excellent. So score some points, try to just get the 6-0 lead out to 10-12, and we'll be sitting a little bit more comfortable for sure. Is a good little high kick there. Again, not really contesting for a try, but just pinning them inside the 10-meter line is always a good option. As Isaac Liu, they're starting to break through some tacklers, so we got to be careful. And Latrell Mitchell, the fitness is starting to worry. He's out on his feet as Lachlan Lamb. Look at the fitness for Latrell. He's almost out on his feet right now. So. Real life is starting to ring true here. It's a beautiful ball. Joey Manu burning them down the sideline. Braden Burns is not going to be able to make the tackle. And Joey Manu, absolute threat at the worst of times. And right there, a little bit of fatigue in the defense, backtracking. A nice ball, just giving him early footy. He hasn't been too much of a factor so far, but he's an absolute beast. Just one-on-one with Burns, able to brush free. I think it was Cameron Murray who tried to make the Valiant dive, but he didn't have the pace to go with him. And there you go, the Roosters. You know, they got those X factors all around the ground, so it was only a matter of time before one of them, a Manu, a Tedesco, Keary, one of those guys really took the game on. And unfortunately, we weren't able to further extend our lead. So with Luke Keary looking to convert a fairly comfortable kick, taking his time, not wanting to make a mistake of it, and he's going to nail it. So back to level pegging, 6-all now. Not what we wanted to see. Not what we wanted to see, because the Roosters, you know, and this is where that end of the first half really starts to take its toll, because the Roosters should still be pretty fresh after having all that footy. We had to do all the defense, so we've had to ring the changes, get our starting unit back on the park, and hopefully they can bring it home strong. But again, Hargreaves, he's been an absolute nightmare. We did put the one big shot on him and he came up with the loose ball, but other than that, he's been huge. Made like 3 or 4 line breaks. Mitchell Orbison now breaking through. This is the trouble. Our forwards starting to fall off tackles. The Roosters are marching home in this match. James Tedesco and that's the thing, Tedesco hasn't really been a factor. So again, if he gets into his own, there's a little grubber there. Kyle Flanagan almost catching the defense unawares. A little preemptive, not trick play, but early little kick in behind could have caused some trouble. But thankfully, presence of mind from our boys to get back there is Damien Cook. Also, Damien Cook hasn't really been a factor either. I think defense has been pretty solid around the ruck. So Cook, Tedesco, Mitchell, all those guys haven't really seen much attacking footy. Mitchell has been excellent in defense, but the kick here, we had the win, but there's got absolutely no purchase on it. Tedesco breaking through, but thankfully Ethan Lowe was sort of bludging back there, and he came up with a try save. Honestly, Tedesco, if he doesn't make that tackle, Tedesco scores. So this is looking a little ominous now as Keary goes to the left-hand side. Nice little ball. Boyd corner on the wing. I don't know about that one, but finding some room to move. And the heavy workload is starting to look a little dicey now. As a big shot, Damien Cook, Lachlan Lamb getting amongst the big boys. It's an early field goal. Who is that? Luke Keary nails it. Just on the, it's a great time to kick it. We were on the back foot. They got a quick play the ball in and just slotted it. Under 10 minutes to go, so it was a great time to do it. I just was not expecting it. And then, oh no. Adam Reynolds has made the cardinal sin, kicking out on the full. And not going to say that's the ball game, but geez, that is really, that's almost gifted the Roosters the win. But the kick has not gone into touch. Campbell Graham able to swoop on it. So that could be a huge moment in this game, as well as Adam Reynolds gives it off to Hame Saleh, making good ground. But we can't panic. Still, we got a full set of 6. The time is not going to beat us here, so we can just look to get into position for a field goal. If we can get a try, that would be ideal. But just make our way down the field, get into a good position. It's looking to spread it wide back on the inside. It's trying to get Mitchell involved, but look at his fatigue, dude. He's absolutely out on his feet, having to do a lot of defense. We haven't really seen him with ball in hand at all. As right here, we're in a decent spot. It's not great. Cody Walker out to the left here. A long ball across, but oh no. Angus Crichton rushing up out of the line. He double bluffed us. I thought he was coming straight at Walker, but he sort of held off a little bit. I tried to pass it back on the inside preemptively with Angus Crichton rushing up out of the line, but he double bluffed. He double bluffed us, dude, and he's able to make the tackle and wrap up the ball game right here. Luke Keary getting smacked again by Mitchell, but there is no chance for us unless we come up with a big hit, but that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, Hargreaves takes it to deck there, and that is going to be the whistle. So a blockbuster, a Friday night blockbuster. South Sydney losing to the Sydney Roosters by 1 point. A game of missed opportunities. Mark Nichols could have scored. At the end of the game there, we had a great opportunity, but yeah, if you look at that, Luke Keary, man of the match. It was a pretty even contest all across the stat board. So hopefully guys are enjoying this series. Make sure to like and comment, and make sure to check out Saturday Night Footy on the Odd1X's channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.